And
So
that's what I want. I want people to not feel alone with all my heart.
right,
And
right. And
there is
that
healing. There is
there is
healing.
healing. And that is probably the biggest thing that happens with trauma is we feel alone, ashamed, full of shame and alone. And the shame
Helpless.
and helpless isolates us even more,
Right.
right? We don't speak about it because there's shame, but we're not supposed to be carrying shame. And I remember when I had Tim Fletcher on my podcast and I asked him about shame, and I'm telling you, this was powerful. I asked him, I said, why in the world do we carry shame when we are the victims? Why are the perpetrators not carrying the shame? And he said, basically, and this is so true, it made me stop and pause. Shame is the set of beliefs we have about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We change the beliefs that we have about ourselves, and the shame goes away. And when he said that, I like quickly scanned my life, and I can see where absolutely the shame shut my mouth. And I was like, okay, so I don't think that way anymore because the beliefs I have about myself are different. So he's 100% right. That's all
Right.
it is.
And that's where the self-awareness and change in the beliefs, that's why that's
Yeah,
crucial. And we all have that power. We have that power,
correct.
thank God with the neuroplasticity.
Right.
And that's why, we're both encouraging people to go down that path so that we can
Yes.
kind of help shed a light on, getting through that dark tunnel. And that's why I made a point of saying it was way easier, to embrace it and go down that instead of continue to have trauma dictate my life.
Because the beautiful thing is, on the other side of that is a whole new life, is freedom, is peace, is joy, is true, deep happiness. So much of that, that we didn't have when we were sitting there being oppressed. And I don't know, I felt trapped in my
Yeah, and
trauma.
it's kind of like, like I said, I've come full circle. It's almost like you're back to that authentic inner child. I wanted
Correct.
to be
Yes.
a teacher and a psychologist, and children are happy and playful and innocent, and
Yes.
they don't usually lack self-worth unless something was programmed in them. And we all need to kind of become more childlike, if you will.
Definitely.
And then again, that co-regulates. So every time anyone heals, that also helps everyone around them.
Exactly. Because what affects us affects everybody.
Yes. I mean,
It's so
we
true.
definitely are, vibing off of everyone's energy.
Right.
So
Yeah, exactly.